Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be very different from anything that I've done before on my channel, and it's going to be a pregnancy vlog because I am pregnant and I wanted to share my journey along with you because I feel like it's really nice to have these vlogs. I've seen other YouTubers do them and I think it's nice to have them for when you want to look back on them like a few years from now. For example, when you have your second child, or just like for future reference. I'm not sure if you guys would like to see these videos because I know most of you like beauty and fashion stuff, but I'm gonna try to still incorporate some of those things as well. I'm gonna try to film these every single week or once every 2 weeks. So yeah, let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing those. I'm gonna film them anyway just to keep for myself. So yeah, I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna post all of them or not, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. So I'm gonna start with how we found out I was pregnant. So you know, that now that we got married, we decided to have kids, and we were so excited about it. So we were really happy when we found out that we were pregnant. And I took a pregnancy test on Valentine's Day because I can remember the date, and I was already, I think, about a week late. So I kind of thought that I was pregnant because I've never been that late. I'm usually right on time. I was actually kind of setting myself up for being disappointed because I just know a lot of people who have had trouble getting pregnant or having babies, so I was kind of scared about it, scared that I was not going to be able to have my own kids. So when I saw that positive pregnancy test, I was really shocked and yeah, just really excited, and the 2 lines came up straight away. So I was definitely quite pregnant at the time. They did the test early in the morning because they say to use the first morning pee. So I woke up my husband because he was still sleeping and showed him the test and started crying. So yeah, it was just a really happy day. So it's been some time from that point. I am currently 9 weeks pregnant, but you're probably not going to see this video until further along because I just want to wait a bit before I announce to everyone. We have told our families, like my parents, my husband's parents, our brothers, and just some close friends. I've actually already had a few appointments. I had one appointment, or like one scan at 5 weeks, and then another scan at 8 weeks and 6 days, so not too long ago. And the first scan was basically just to, the doctor wanted to check that everything was where it was supposed to be. For example, that it wasn't an ectopic pregnancy or anything, because those can be dangerous. So they wanted to check early on that everything looks fine. So we basically didn't really see a lot at my first scan. Actually, I'm just gonna show you. So this is what it looks like at 5 weeks. They didn't tell me how long I was at that point because they just had 5 weeks, which at this point I was 5 weeks and 6 days, but they couldn't obviously measure because there's not much to measure anyway. So yeah, they just gave me like a rough estimate, and yeah, it's just like that little thing right there, and it's got a little dot in the middle, and that's the baby. So yeah, that was at 5 weeks, and I was actually quite nervous about it because I've been reading, yeah, you shouldn't read online, and you're probably not supposed to read online all these kinds of things or forums or things like that because they just scare you. And I feel like I was reading on what to expect, the forums. They have a bunch of different forums for you, and I was just kind of reading up on those to know what to expect at my first appointment. And I feel like probably most of the women who write there are the ones that are having trouble or have had some bad experiences, so they kind of scare you just looking at all of the things that could possibly happen. So I'm trying to stay away from those because they're just stressing me out and giving me anxiety. So yeah, I feel like I don't need that. But the point of all that was that everyone was saying that at your first appointment, if you go really early on, you're gonna have an internal scan, so not like an abdominal one. And I was kind of scared about that because yeah, that doesn't sound too good. So, and actually my doctor just did an abdominal one and they could see the baby right away, so I'm not sure if they just have better equipment or something. I'm not sure why, but I didn't need an internal one. They just used the abdominal one, so I was really happy about that. Yeah, so at the first scan we didn't really see a lot, but at our second scan, which we had at 8 weeks and 6 days, it was just magical, because I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. So this is our baby right now. So you can see there's a little head, and there's the body, a little hand, and some feet. So I think this is just so cute, and I definitely think it looks like me. I'm just kidding. It had 2.17 centimeters here, and that estimated that I was 8 weeks and 6 days. I was just using an app on my phone to track how far along I was, and you just use it by the first day of your last period, so that's when the pregnancy starts basically. And I was exactly 8 weeks and 6 days according to that as well, so I was really happy about that, because I also read on those forums that some women went to their scans and then realized that they weren't as far along as they thought, or that the baby had stopped growing or things like that. So just hearing that I was right on track made me feel really peaceful, and yeah, just really calmed me down. And the other thing that was really exciting is that we got to hear the heartbeat, which was just amazing. And you can see, like, when she put this on the screen, you could see, like, right here that there was a little pulse going on, and then she put the Doppler, I think it's called, and you could actually hear the heartbeat. So yeah, this was just insane, and yeah, it just made me feel really relieved, so that everything was alright. So my next scan is only gonna be at 12 weeks, because I don't think you're supposed to have these scans too often. So yeah, my next one is at 12 weeks, but I just feel really at peace that everything looks alright so far. And in the meantime, I'm gonna have a few blood work, tests, things like that, which I'm not really keen on, but yeah, gotta do those. So that's about it for my scans. I'm really excited for my next one though. And I've made a little list on my phone just of things that I wanted to mention, because I'm gonna forget otherwise. As far as symptoms go, I think the main thing that I've been feeling is tiredness. I've just been sleeping so much, and I feel tired all the time. It's like I don't have energy, and even like before filming this video, I actually finished my work early today, so I did some laundry and kind of straightened up the house a little bit and cleaned up a bit. And after finishing, I think maybe in an hour, yeah, it didn't even take that long, I was just exhausted and out of breath. So it's definitely affecting my energy levels, and I've been going to sleep at 9 p.m. or 10 at the latest, and yeah, just sleeping like 9 hours a night, and then sometimes I even feel like taking a nap in the afternoon, which thankfully I work from home, so if I'm not having a too busy day, I can take half an hour or to an hour just to take a little nap, and then I get back into work. So yeah, that's really nice about working from home. Not sure how I would deal with all of these working in an office. So yeah, I'm really happy with my current workplace. So yeah, the tiredness is definitely a huge symptom for me. I've also had some digestive issues, which I hear is very common with pregnant women. And then I also noticed that I have a lot of veins, or veins that are a lot more visible than they used to be, in my like chest area, and then on my hips and kind of like the lower belly area. And I guess that's because there's an increased blood flow to the area. At least that's what my book says. I've been reading the What to Expect book. As far as morning sickness goes, I've actually been quite lucky, because even though I do feel sick a lot of the times, I've never really thrown up, which I'm really happy about, because I was quite scared that I was gonna be really sick all the time, not be able to go anywhere because it would be embarrassing. So I do feel sick a lot of times, but I keep some crackers or snacks with me, which I mostly feel sick when I'm hungry or if I have an empty stomach. So having those crackers or a banana or stuff like that really helps calm down my sickness. And then also I've been carrying around some like mints, and those help as well. I've been having warm water with lemon, and that's always nice. So yeah, I'm just doing a few bits here and there to help with the morning sickness, but thankfully it's not that bad, so I'm really happy about that. My mom actually said that she's never had morning sickness. She said she kind of had aversions to certain things, but not that bad, so I guess I take after her. And speaking of food, I've been finding it actually quite hard to find foods that I like or that I enjoy eating, because even though I'm not really sick, like actual sick, I do have a lot of aversions, and you also have a lot of restrictions or like things that you shouldn't eat that I used to eat before. So for example, you're not supposed to eat deli meat unless it's heated, which doesn't make it taste as nice, so I haven't really been having those. And I also really liked runny eggs, which I can't eat now, so I'm only having hard-boiled eggs or like omelets or things like that. I think I've been eating a lot more fruit than I used to, which is good. And I also have a few aversions, and I've had a few days where my sickness has been quite bad and I couldn't really eat a lot of things. On those days I basically ate, the only thing that sounded good to me was like bagel with Philadelphia cheese, which is not the most nutritious thing for you, but yeah, it just kept me going for those days, and then some fruit on the side. So that's some of the things that I've had when my morning sickness was quite bad. And then I've had aversions to raw meat. For example, on a weekend we went grocery shopping to just the local supermarket, and when we went through the raw meat aisle, I felt so sick just looking at that meat that I felt like I was gonna throw up. Thankfully I didn't, but yeah. But it's just made me feel really sick, so I've been kind of avoiding those aisles. I make my husband go and grab the things that we need. And then also, for example, one night we had in the fridge some chicken wings with garlic, like some kind of garlic sauce on them, and he wanted to heat them up just to kind of have them for dinner, and he microwaved them, and oh man, the smell was just too much for me, so I had to eat in the bedroom where I couldn't feel the smell because it made me so sick. So yeah, it's just a few things that bother me, but otherwise I'm pretty okay. And also one thing that I didn't expect and that I thought was gonna be hard for me was giving up coffee, because as you probably know, I love my morning coffee, or I used to love my morning coffee, and I thought it was gonna be hard and that I'm gonna have headaches when I'm trying to quit. So actually, when I found out I was pregnant, I haven't been having coffee for a few days before that, because I just wasn't really craving it, and I basically haven't had any type of coffee ever since, because like right now, even thinking about it makes me a little bit sick, and I feel like it didn't taste the same to me. So I guess it's kind of like your body telling you that you're not supposed to have it. But yeah, I was just really amazed about that, because I thought it was gonna be hard for me, but actually it wasn't. I do miss the whole routine of waking up and making my coffee and having it while I start on work. So I do miss the whole routine of it, but not the taste. And yeah, I'm just not craving it at all. Maybe I will when I'm further along, but for now, yeah, just no coffee for me. Oh, and I was actually gonna do a bump shot, even though I don't feel like I do have a bump. I feel like it's mostly bloat. But yeah, I'm gonna show you it anyway because I want to have it for future reference. So here is my 9 weeks, almost 10 weeks bump, and I do feel like it's mostly bloat because yeah, you're not really supposed to show too much right now, but yeah, there's definitely a little bulge right here. So that's about it for my first pregnancy update. I hope you maybe enjoyed this, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!